Hello, this is Dorothy Cannon with life experience and tips. And the reason I call it that is because it's my life story and the tips that I have in my life. But I've come to tell you about, in a sense, my calling in the last days. I am God's chosen vessel, in a sense, the vessel that He chose to deposit His Spirit into. And I'm not talking about the Holy Spirit, I'm talking about God Himself, because He is a just God. And He chose me so He could come down here on earth to render just judgment and His wrath, because the Bible says in the last days that's what He would do. And the scriptures tells you, it was a commotion in heaven in Revelation, because they was trying to figure out who was gonna open the book, a seal, because and they didn't tell you, God didn't tell you His secret. I'm His little secret, because in the last days He said He would reveal His secrets, and I'm one of His little secrets. But He gave us scriptures of me, the woman that have the sun as a head and the moon as a foot. Okay, in a sense, it's kind of like the sun follow me in my course. And I'm not talking about follow me, in a straight line. I can go back and forth. I can move any way, any which way. And the sun is following me. Now, I can't move either way like that when the moon and the sun is following me, not as much, because they are in line up with one another. And today I'm in Texas, and today they are lined up. The moon is on my left, and the sun is on my right. Both of them are lined up together, in the senses. And I'm in a war right now. That means I'm in a terrible war right now when both of them are up at the same time, because they usually don't be up at the same time until it's kind of like in the evening time, when the sun goes down, and when the sun get ready to go down, and the moon it'll rise up before it get dark, real dark. But those are the signs in who I am. And I know I'm looking like I'm a little, I'm a little person, I am. And He said that He would choose what the weak to confound the wise. And it look weak, don't it? So, but I came to you to let you know that, Revelation shares about, we're going to have Babylon, which is America, going to be divided up into 3 parts. Okay, and I come to tell you to try to and I'm not trying to tell you what to do, because if you want, you can shoot whatever you want to do, but that's your choice. Each city, each country, each nation, state, but it's very wise for the local people to get together and to supply their own area with food and supplies, because basically, if you got food, you can take care of the rest of the stuff little by little. Um, and also, I have to make another choice. Not saying make another choice because it's prophecy, and prophecy will be fulfilled. Um, and I discovered through my event, and they had a little trial there in Denton, the city of Denton jail. In a sense, I went to a courthouse. Um, so I was, and it was an incident that occurred there. But the lady um, um, was fighting me and everything. She had wrapped my hair, and I'm trying to get her out of my hair. And anyway, they arrested me and charged me with public or something other. But anyway, it was two people. Like I told him, it takes two to fight. And I wasn't fighting, but I was trying to, just get her from my hair. But anyway, I discovered that when they was trying to process my hands to, get a fingerprint and book me in and all this other stuff, they couldn't scan my hands. They can scan my fingers. They can take a fingerprint. They couldn't take a palm print. They can take nothing. So I discovered that they had to, and through other people talking, because the doctor gonna tell me, she can be scanned now. Okay, but this has been, our ancestors started this. This has been going on for years. We've been having the beast's blood, DNA, in us for years. In a sense, and see, God said we don't supposed to. The Bible tells us we don't supposed to mingle. Human don't supposed to mingle with any animals or any beasts and anything like that. Because if He had wanted us to mingle with anything else, He would never make Eve for Adam. But it's a covenant that we made, in a sense, our ancestors made with God, and we're supposed to keep that covenant as well. So our ancestors made that covenant that we wouldn't do that, and so our ancestors did it. They allowed an alien to mingle with a human. That alien up in space is the beast. It's four beasts. The four beasts that's in Revelation. And they mingle with humans, and they kept on doing it, and they killed so many of us, and until they found the right solution. And they accidentally found this because they kept on killing and killing, mingling and mingling, and they was dying and dying, and they throwed them what? In the ocean. And that's where they get our solution from. Kind of like the IV solutions. And they mix up other stuff in it, for us, different vitamins and stuff. but basically it comes from the ocean. Um, and I'm gonna have to destroy that. That's a lot of water. I don't. A lot of water. But it's gonna be all over that water. Because our blood is the one that destroys the beast's blood. When our blood increases, the beast's DNA decrease out of us. They're no longer able to scan us on X-rays and CTs and MRIs, none of the X-rays machines. So I'm gonna have to get it straight for the mark of the beast, in the sense for us to be able to make a choice, have a choice, because America didn't give us a choice. They should have, that is a procedure for its DNA. You train, doing a procedure, you have to get a permission, a consent sign for that, a surgical consent, some procedure consent sign for that. We didn't have that. They putting a beast's DNA in our body and didn't give us a consent for that. Didn't ask us to consent to that. And it don't matter that you sign saying that, whatever they do to you in the hospital, you sign off when you go admit to the hospital. But that's different, because anytime you get a surgical procedure, anytime DNA is crossed, anytime that DNA is taken out and DNA is put in through blood, because they have to have when they do a blood transfusion or anything like that, they have to get a consent for that, extra consent. It don't go with the consent that they signed when they came in the hospital, because they have to explain it to them. They didn't do that. They did not do that. They're supposed to be did that to every human being that comes in the hospital. And then they got some other products out there that, that we eat every day and everything. But see, when I get rid of that, all that gonna be gone. This gonna be gone. And that's the reason I'm trying to tell you, you need to grow your food. And everything. Because see, you don't take the mark of the beast. You need to have your own food. That's just common sense. You need to have your own food, so you won't go hungry, and your children or people won't go hungry. Because we got a guideline, the Bible. So, try your best to go head on and do that. See, I can do some things that's not. It don't mess with my prophecy and everything. I got a lot of ways to do stuff, and it won't mess with prophecy. But anyway, that's gonna have to be taken care of. So I'm urging you all to try to grow your food. Get you some gardens. Try to preserve them yourself, or either try to get somebody else. Try to do something. Get your hands busy on doing something, and grow your own meat, your own animals, and for your meat, and stuff like this. because you're going to need to supply your own uh, country, own city, own nation. Um, that's because I don't know where the um, I don't know where the earthquake would divide it. Some things I don't want to know. Sometimes I figure it out, but sometimes I still don't want to know. Um, and you say, well, because if I know, I gotta tell you. And I don't know. So I am urging you to try to, get those. Have a supply. Have a couple supplies places in your local area and everything. But you can't have this supply of the food here. You gotta grow it. You're gonna have to grow it, and you're gonna have to raise up animals, chickens and cows and whatever, hogs or whatever. So you can supply your own area, and stuff, because we're not gonna have everything that we used to having. It's a lot of stuff that we used to having as a nation, especially America, that we're not going to even have, hardly, because of all the destructions and stuff going on. And I've given America a month, but I know America hasn't done anything. They still processing everything the same way. They still going and doing everything. And there's a lot of jobs going to be taken. In a sense, not going to be taken. They're not just going to have them anymore, because people that have doing x-rays and everything, they probably won't have no jobs, or not in the United States. And the people that have not taken the mark of the beast here in the United States yet, they might have a chance. So if you pull together all the nations worldwide, because I'm ruler over all, in the sense that I'm just going to be doing the prophecies, making sure God's prophecy is being taken care of. And because, like I said, y'all don't want me ruler. Y'all have chosen, y'all still chosen the ruler that y'all want to rule and everything. So you need to try to get things set up and pray to God that you set it up in the right place, and everything. And you probably say, well, we're going to be working, and we might have disasters going this way and that way. And destroy all of the stuff that we worked it for. And everything. So but this is your choice to do what you can do. And you have a great day. And I stay here in Texas, so sometimes I move around. I don't move very much now. And like I said, I'm sorry for the going in and out. That's the sun just kind of like going in and out. That sun is going directly towards me. So when I go out, or either when I move, it moves back and forth with me. It keeps, the sun actually keeps up with, to keep up with the pace of me. It don't matter what car I'm in. It don't matter where I'm at. If the sun is out, the sun is moving my course. That is the sign that God has chosen. And he gave y'all the biggest sign he could give you, because he knew that all the rest of this stuff that's on this earth, everything, the Antichrist has it. In the sense, and I'm going to tell you this, our Antichrist, they first started with, and I'm going to give you the history of America. They first started with our president to create the Constitution of the United States. Our Constitution of the United States was created by Masons. And this was the organization that organized our government. And so, but I believe that these men that created the Constitution, they have to be prophetic with God. They had to be, because now, that was one of the things that God had to teach me. Because I never could understand, everybody was telling me that the Constitution was based on, and it's in the Bible. But when God broke it down to me in Proverbs, the first chapter, at first I didn't see it, didn't understand it. But it's there. And also with some of the commandments, how they worked in that Constitution, they had to be originated from God in the beginning. But some kind of way, the Masons, they turned into Antichrists. Because they turned against God. When they put that mark of the beast in our bodies, they turned against God. Because they knew the scriptures. They knew that we should mingle with any other creature other than humans. Mankind. So, I don't know what happened in between, because it's been so long ago. And everything. And I mean, the Lord just blessed me with a lot of information. I have encyclopedias that talks about God in the encyclopedias. So he laid out things for me. I know, and I held on to them. And it tells you about, different things. And I used to, look at them and everything. And they tell you about when countries change their names, and you know, then the prophetic stuff about God, when you're reading the Bible and then you're reading those encyclopedias, they kind of line up. You got a good understanding. Anyway, please choose to try to supply your own. And if you pray about it, because my spirit and God is up in heaven, and they gonna answer your prayers if you pray a sincere prayer. And you can't pray against prophecy now. Pray against prophecy, that ain't gonna happen. But you can pray for God to supply, and to help you, and everything. And that's what I'm saying. I know it's very hard for you to believe that I am the vessel that God chose to come down and dwell in, His Spirit. And when I go outside sometimes in my backyard and I see that big old sun just moving in my course, I can't do nothing but smile. And a lot of people have witnessed it. My ex-husband, he came one time, and he witnessed that sun moving in my course, because I pointed up there to him while I was walking back and forth. And my children, they witnessed it too, but they are still struggling with it. And a lot of people that have harassed me, they have witnessed it, because I have pointed my fingers up to the sun itself, S-U-N, sun. And it's on my channel as well, it's on in the channel. The title for it is REV, Revelation 12, in parenthesis prophecy, because I am that woman. And that's about all. You have a good day, and pass this on to someone else so they can understand what is going on in these last days, these trials and tribulations that we're having, and everything. Pass it on. Pass this video on. Need to go worldwide. And I'm not trying to get any, in a sense, money now. I'm just trying to get the word out, because God is here, and He's here to judge and to run His wrath. Have a good day.